the emotional aspect of being a coach. Some sessions don't end when the call ends. They follow you home. Nobody tells you about that drive home. The one after the session where a client sat across from you or on the other side of a screen and shared something that broke your heart a little. And you held it. You stayed steady. You didn't flinch. And then you closed the call and sat there. That's the part of this work a lot of coaches don't talk about. The emotional aspect isn't just about feelings. It's the ongoing, often invincible work of managing what you feel so that your client has the space to feel what they need to feel. It's absorbing someone's grief without drowning in it, holding someone's anger without catching it, sitting with someone's confusion without rushing them to clarity, even when something in you wants to fix it immediately. Session after session, client after client. And because you're good at it, because you've trained yourself to do it well, nobody sees it. Not even the people closest to you. That invisibility is exactly what makes it sometimes a little exhausting for some coaches. I want to be honest about the cost, because sometimes, as I said earlier, some coaches don't actually talk about it. There are some days that the work could fill them up completely, where they leave a session and feel like, yes, they're exactly where they're supposed to be, doing exactly what they were made to do. And there are other days where they end up feeling and realizing they have nothing left. Not for their families, not for themselves, not even for a simple conversation over dinner. And that's not weakness. That's what happens when you give your full presence repeatedly to people carrying heavy things. The problem isn't that coaching is hard. The problem is that we've built a culture in this profession where some coaches are expected to be endlessly available, endlessly regulated, endlessly well. But you can't pour from an empty vessel. I know that phrase is everywhere, but it became even truer in my journey. The most important practice in your coaching business is not your intake process or your marketing or your niche. It's what you do to recover. And that looks different for everyone, but it has to be real, not performative, self-care, not just a candle and a bubble bath as a substitute for genuine restoration. Real recovery means supervision, where you can take the weight of what you're carrying and ensure that you don't just carry it alone. It means you having your own coaching, because you're not exempt from needing someone in your corner. It means boundaries around your calendar that you actually keep. Session limits, gaps between clients, days that belong entirely to you. And it means being honest with yourself first when you're running on empty. Because a depleted coach is not a present coach. And we've already established what presence costs when it's missing. This work is a privilege. I believe that completely. And it can also be quite demanding. And both of those things are true at the same time. So if you've been pushing through lately, carrying more than you've admitted, I want you to hear this clearly. Tending to yourself is not separate from your work. It is the work. I'm Adaora Ayoade. If this one hit close to home, drop a comment, even just a word. You don't have to say much. I'll see it. And please share this with someone in your life who needs permission to exhale. See you in the next one.